Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool multicolored telephone. This is a Grand phone, and this was sent in by another repair company for a customer of theirs. And so basically, I didn't see a note with it, but we know it does not have any receive because we're in the initial checkout. And we also did not get, while we were checking it out, any bell ring. And the switch on it, we have switched on and off, so we know that the bell is not ringing. So we've kind of been into this telephone and done some initial checks. But we're going to go ahead and go through them. Now, of course, I'm going to try to ring it, but it is not going to ring because we actually also have a wire off when we were kind of looking at it. And we're going to be getting into the troubleshooting mode. But it's in the ring cycle now, and of course it's not ringing, but we're going to go ahead and answer the telephone. Now, it did seize the line, but I'm going to try to give you dial tone, and there is none. So now what I want to do is I want to dial a 2, and I want to transmit into the handset. And if you look at that red light on the analyzer, you'll see 100% modulation on transmit every time I speak. And you can see that red light. So we know that the telephone has transmit, and we're going to go ahead and dial all the numbers here. I'm going to end in a 2. Then I'm going to push flash and redial. And it should end in a 2. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and unplug it from the line, and I want to show you the inside of this telephone. We have it apart. And so we do have one of the wires off to the bell, but we know it does not ring. So we're going to have to go into that and troubleshoot. Right now, our first process is going to be in the location of the problem with the receive. I also see not sure if they had the keypad out, but we want to tighten, and we may do that later on, but this mounting screw for the keypad is loose. So I'm not sure if somebody's been into that or not, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to have to go into this and repair everything and do our troubleshooting. So we're going to take a short break from the video. This gives you a little look at the main PC board. We could go ahead and remove all the mounting screws for the board because we're going to have to troubleshoot. And I'll give you a look at the board, what it looks like. And that'll be our main PC board. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and so the telephone has been repaired. We troubleshooted the bell circuit, and what we found was that this circuit was basically designed for a piezo buzzer and not a bell. So when they designed the circuit, it seems like it was improperly designed. And it probably worked for a little while. It may not have ever worked, but it probably worked for a little while, and then it failed. And so now we have reworked the circuit, and we took care of that problem. We also troubleshooted out the board and found our receive problem. So we repaired repaired that also. So now what we're going to do before we put the telephone back together again is a few checks. So I want to plug it in, give you dial tone. I want to reach around. Now I want to transmit into the handset. So like earlier, if you look at this red light, that LED on the analyzer is an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. Now another thing that we want to do is I have the switch in the on mode for the bell. So what we want to do now is I want to go ahead and ring the phone. I'm going to let that go one more time. Now I'm going to switch it in the off mode. You'll see a ring cycle come by here. Ring cycle just went by, and on the next ring cycle I'm going to turn it back on. And now we have our dial tone. So now what we can do is I'll unplug the telephone. We want to go ahead and put the telephone back together again. And then we'll do our final checks. So we'll get this back together here. Okay. Make sure that all fits back together again. And as you can see on the bottom of it, it says Grand Phone, and then receiver volume high and low, so that's normal and high, pulse and tone, off and on for the ringer. So now what we can do is before we put our screws back in it, we want to check our bell again. Want to turn it off, you'll see a ring cycle go by. Now when I catch it, there we are. Check our volume control. Then turn it all the way up again. So now we can put our bass back on. And then we'll do our final checks on this telephone. We have some pads that were for the feet. And we'll make sure we get them back on. Turn it off again. We'll catch it on the next ring cycle. We want to answer it. We want to do that one more time. walk through our numbers here. If you watch the analyzer, you'll see them go by. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to hit flash, redial, should end in a 2. We'll transmit. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know this telephone is working again. Check the ringer one more time. Let that go 2 or 3 times since that was an issue. Let it go one more. We can move it over to a regular telephone line now. Give you some dial tone. We'll call time and temp.
Good morning. Offenburg St. Clair Auto Mall with 5 new car lines at one location in O'Fallon. Offenburg.com. Today is Monday, August 13th. The time is 1:03. Current temperature 78 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Mostly cloudy tonight, 50% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, lows in the upper 60s. Monday, partly to mostly cloudy, 30% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, highs in the upper 80s.
Okay. Now, we'll try one other number. We'll dial my number, and it'll be busy. Now that we know this telephone is working condition, we want to move it over to the analyzer, and we'll do one more ring test on it. I'll let that go a few times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So this telephone has been repaired, and the company that sent this telephone to us can get it back to their customer now and it's finished up. It's a really cool telephone, and it's called a Grand Phone, and it's made rather well. So it's a nice telephone, and I think there'd be a lot of people that would like to have this telephone. It's pretty cool. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.